Hi, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. First off, before you hear my story, I just want to give a round of applause to all the volunteers and Mesquite as well. I mean, this has been amazing. Dean Jarvis is a grandchild, but Brian and your team have really stepped up and made this happen. So I mean, on behalf of all the athletes here, thank you very much. So my story starts about 16 years old. I was a baseball player. I had hopes and dreams of being a professional athlete, joining the MLB. I actually was scouted as a 17-year-old to be a pitcher for the Toledo Mud Hens, which is a New York Mets farm team. I was 16 years old, throwing the ball 93 miles per hour. I was on top of the world, and I got a little bit cocky, and kids, of course. I got involved in things I shouldn't have been doing, drugs and alcohol. I lived right on the border, hence the funny accent. Sorry, I hope you can understand me. I came home one evening, inebriated, and I just had thoughts in my head. I remember walking in the mirror, and keep in mind I was 17, not knowing much. I didn't have much experience under my belt. I remember looking in the mirror, and before I tell you what I said to myself, my parents were very loving parents. I had a great family. I looked in the mirror and said, "See, nobody cares about you." And I proceeded to walk out into the garage and grab a 12-gauge shotgun, and I guess I was making a bunch of racket. I did manage to load a shell into the chamber, and right when I was turning it up to my head, my father came out and asked me, of course, "What are you doing?" He didn't know if I was going to shoot them, if I was going to shoot myself, what I was doing. My dad and I struggled for the gun, and during the struggle, the shotgun actually went off on my thigh. It hit my thigh, blowing out a major artery. I lost 2/3 blood supply, so by the grace of God, I'm here today. I had the leg for a year. In that time, I got out of the hospital. I was angry, of course. It wasn't my fault. It was everyone else's fault. Keeping that same mindset. They gave me free drugs. I just got even worse. I was drinking on top of it, and I ended up getting some law trouble. I did have to sit a few nights in our county facility until I had my arraignment hearing. I did have some charges brought up against me, and the judge gave me an ultimatum. He says, "Well, you can serve jail time or prison time, or you can do rehab." Of course, I wasn't that dumb. He said rehab. So, I was in rehab. My leg got infected. My heel, due to the poor circulation, just wasn't healing. I ended up getting a crack in my heel, and it just never got any better. I didn't take care of it. And then a year and a day later to the date, they had to do the amputation. And by that time, I had been in rehab for about 6.5 months. I went home after the amputation, and I really did some soul searching, and I just was tired of the lifestyle. I really was. I wasn't that, I'm not downing people that have alcohol and drug addictions. However, I looked at the people around me, and I just didn't think I was that caliber of person. My family taught me, integrity, work ethic, and I got it in my mind to better myself. So as soon as I got out of rehab, I started jobs at golf courses, and this is how it ties in to the long drive and golf. Golf kept me going. It really did. In 2010, I was on a golf course playing a skins game. My wife, she would tell you I was a skins game junkie. That was my new addiction. playing golf with a gentleman. He said, "Man, you hit the ball a long ways. You need to go try out and see what you can do with long drive." So in 2010, with the World Long Drive Association, I did a qualifier there and proceeded to win, the section there with 399-yard drive. And the next day we did. I guess it would be the regional. I did the regional and missed out going to Worlds by 6 yards. So everybody that has a quote unquote disability, a lot of us that are amputees and other disabilities that people have, we don't consider ourselves disabled. It's actually, for myself, and I don't know if I speak for anybody else, but it's made me a better human being. Anybody around me, if they may struggle or if they have problems, I'm more than willing to help out. People around me helped out, just like the volunteers here. You guys are helping us, get to a goal. And back to me being a baseball player, I always had the dream as a little kid. You're with your friends, you're with your family. We always played games like, look, I'm Jose Canseco. Who's a Texas guy, the pitcher? Oral Hershiser, Nolan Ryan. I was Nolan Ryan all the time. I always wanted to be Nolan Ryan. It's just with this para long drive, I can really see this going to the Paralympics, and I want to say, with Mesquite's help and all the volunteers and anybody in the room, I would ask that you tell our story to people. Let's help get it out. And I really think Mesquite's going to be the driving force behind getting into the Paralympics. So I just want to say thank you for your time, and I appreciate the hospitality of Mesquite. And come watch these athletes. I'm even blown away. Granted, I'm an amputee, but some of these people are absolutely amazing. So I thank you again.